We're thousands of feet higher and hundreds of miles from our own tools in our garage, which is a long way from our own beds. And that's exactly why our road trip kit is different than our everyday. And we're going to show you both today. All right, before any road trip that we do, we always do maintenance on the car. It's not a brand new car. It's not a rental car. A lot of people use rental cars and that's fine. One thing I did a few months ago, we're hitting 100,000 on the car. I changed all the fluids in the car. Well, I had someone do it. Transmission, transfer case, differentials, all that stuff. All that was left was tune-up. So we did the oil change, obviously new spark plugs because it's hitting 100,000, needed to be changed. Our old tires, I was kind of iffy. I could have made it through the summer. Not confident about going through the winter. I was going to replace them in October. I decided to do it now because we were going on this road trip. So we got new tires. We also got new shocks and struts. And I'm glad we did because the roads in Colorado suck. When you get to these higher elevations and these cold weathers, the roads are always garbage because of the expansion and contraction, which happens with water and freezing. So that was the first thing we did before we left the house. We made sure that was done. The truck was in good working order because I didn't want to get stranded on the side of the road. But just in case, I made sure that I brought extra stuff. We're gonna go over that. To me, this is common sense, but apparently not everyone does this because every time we go somewhere, we see people unload everything on the freeway to get to their spare tire. Ours is under here, so it's just pop that off. We got a thing and it lowers down to the ground, so we don't have to worry about that. But, so we load up here. I put this carpet here in case I have to lay on the ground and fix something underneath the car and lay in weeds to change or whatever. That's just for protection for me, make me comfortable. This strap is to strap everything down. So I don't have to push it all up to the front or have it go like this as we're driving. This is just a basic toolkit, $100 toolkit from Walmart. Bought it for my son for his birthday. We borrowed it for this trip. Yeah, it's just a Walmart. It's a really pretty inclusive kit for $100. I brought this impact, although I just remembered I forgot the little adapters to make the sockets work, so it's kind of like useless right now, but whatever. So I have work gloves for working. I always keep an old towel, whatever I need it for, maybe checking the oil or whatever. This is an addition to our normal kit. That always stays in the back, and that toolbox actually is bungeed to the support strap, so it's not going anywhere even though that strap isn't holding it down right now. If you've seen our other videos where we did the car kit, you'll know that we put one in here. This is our everyday kit right here. Before we do that, another thing we add when we're going on a road trip, in fact, anytime we go anywhere, camping, whatever, my wife has asthma, so we bring her nebulizer. She's smart and she puts everything in little totes, so it's just grab it, everything that we need is in here. Because if we're, a few hundred miles from home, a few thousand feet higher, there's a good chance she's gonna have a breathing issue. And this just keeps us from having to pay thousands of dollars for a doctor's or an ER visit that our insurance isn't gonna cover because we're not in the same state or the same network or whatever. So that's just, albuterol is the first thing that they're gonna give her if she has a breathing issue. She's got hundreds of doses in there for any time she needs it. Luckily, she doesn't have to use it, but it's a precaution. These are all precautions. Preparedness isn't about panicking, it's about being prepared. The dookie hits the oscillator, you're ready. So this is that you've seen many videos on this kit. It's just a basic kit. We throw this in here. It doesn't ride in here all the time because there's really no place to put it. But when we're on a trip like this, we throw it in between the seats just for a little bit extra. One thing I did differently than most people, my lug wrench, this is part of it. This is for the jack, is on the driver's side. And my jack's over here too. This is an old speaker box my son made for his truck. When he decided to do something different, he gave us his box. So the jack's down in there along with extra straps. You can see our battery, the drill battery jump kit. I always carry a tarp in my truck for everything. We bought an extra case of water. You can see how much we've gone through that. We'll buy another case when we head back. Well, this is just kind of what I think is kind of common sense, everyday thing. It's a lot of people don't think about this stuff, especially, and a lot of people don't have bigger cars where they can put this kind of stuff in there. So think about the tote system. The tote system works really well, especially in small cars, because you can have everything you need. If you're going on a road trip, you just put the road trip tote in the back of the car, you're good. Or duffel bags. Another thing too, if you have a small car or small trunk space, look into the roof racks. We used to have one for our Durango because the back was this far. It was awesome. Throw all the duffel bags in there, and then the emergency supplies would be behind the seat. Another thing you can do if you don't want to do a roof rack and you have a vehicle that's not very long, I wouldn't put it on this unless I had to. We also have a tailgate or rack system with a bag, and it fits like 4 or 5 giant duffel bags in there. So if you don't want to do the roof rack, that's another option. But I recommend keeping your trunk space as free as possible. There's nothing sucks more than having to change a tire in the rain, except for getting all that crap out of your car and letting it sit, get wet. while you're changing the tire. Yeah, even if you're not changing the tire, but you got AAA, because everyone's like, I got AAA, I'm not worried about it. You still have to take the stuff out of the back of the trunk. And where are you gonna put it? Bare minimum, put a tarp in there, but those are some ideas for you to think of. Where we've done our normal truck kit. This is what we keep in here normally. So we keep it on the short side because that side's always full of stuff. And it's a 60-40 seat, so I don't have to take everything out. A couple extra MREs. These come in here, these stay in here all the time. I have to rotate them out every year or two because the heat from the summertime. So there's at least 3 meals in here, 1,200 calories-ish. You could split it up to a day's worth of food if you had to. Customers give me water all the time, and it's always these little ones. So I just throw them in the back for extra water, although we have that case. And then if you've seen the video where we've got, this is our basically our bug out kit, or our get home kit. I've got radios in this, emergency crank radio, headlights, headlamps, food, some normal first aid stuff. I like it because it's cool, it's compact. It's actually a tool bag, so I'll just real quick, I'm not gonna go through it, but I'll just show you how so you got each compartment for each whatever items. I've taken a couple things out and I haven't put it back in for, oh yeah, and then you can actually have it here, but it's also, if you don't have a big tool kit like that, put some tools in this and throw it in your, the sizes you're gonna need. I like this kit. This lives in here 24/7, unless I'm doing a video. That's what we do to prepare for a road trip, other than all the other stress that you go through, money, hotels, that kind of stuff. The biggest thing is make sure your car's working in working order. If it does break down, you have a plan for that. I always carry extra water. It's summertime. I was gonna buy a couple of drill battery fans in case we had to wait on the side of the road in the middle of the desert. I didn't get that done, but that is another idea. And yeah, we were just talking about it this morning when I was talking about pulling everything out, having your car kit, your flares, your whatever you have for an roadside emergency ready. And that's the first thing you should be able to grab, and a fire extinguisher. We just realized we don't have a fire extinguisher in here. We don't have the road flares in here anymore either. I don't know how they got taken, what happened to them, but they're not here now. So those are two things that we would add that we don't have in here. The fire extinguisher is very important. We just saw it happen while we were gone, but we just had a truck totally catch fire on the freeway by our house. And so sometimes when it starts, if you've got a little bit of a extinguisher, you can put that out before it becomes a big problem. On top of those two items, what items would you add? What did I miss that I didn't put in here, or what maybe in your area? We are in Estes Park, Colorado, outside Rocky Mountain National Park. So we've traveled a long ways and made a substantial elevation climb. Anyway, we'll catch you next time.